But first, it is 6:39. Really interested to see the DeVos Porterhouse. You know, coming back from the holiday, it's always so hard. Kids and people that are getting up ready for work, they're probably like, oh my goodness, we have to go back today, but here we are.
You know, it's funny you say that because last night I saw Bibb County Schools had to come out on Facebook and say, we are coming to school tomorrow because somebody was starting a rumor that Bibb County was out of school today. But that is not the case. Get out the door. Goodness. School is starting in just a few moments here in Bibb County. Live look over downtown. Hey, the Christmas trees are on. The sun beginning to come up. And I say Christmas trees because there's two of them now over downtown. Obviously, we have the one in the foreground here in downtown, but just across the river over at Piedmont Hospital, you see it there off in the distance, another Christmas tree lit up over the weekend. It is on the top of the hospital right about there. So a cool morning across central Georgia. 45, winds out of the west at about 8, but the cold front just to our north is going to slide on through in just the next few minutes, and that's going to shift our winds out of the northwest today, gusting up to 20 miles an hour at times, keeping us at about 57 later this afternoon before we're back to 45 around 7 o'clock tonight. Looking at fog in a handful of spots across central Georgia, and if you know of any of those spots that are especially susceptible to fog, those low-lying areas, I think that's the spot where you're most likely to see it. Visibility down to about 6.7 miles in Dublin, 7 miles over in Sandersville, but then again in other pockets across the area. 47 in Warner Robins this morning, 45 in Roberta, 46 down in Montezuma, 45 in Butler, 41 in Monticello, 43 in Forsyth, and 45 in Wrightsville at this hour. Through the day today, we'll make it into the mid-50s this afternoon, 54 or so by the noon hour, 57 for a high temperature, and that's where we'll sit through a majority of the day because of this wind coming in out of the northwest. Then for the night tonight, looking at the clouds beginning to build in, temperatures falling down into the 30s. In fact, I think we get a couple degrees cooler than what you see here on Future View. Then for tomorrow afternoon, not quite as warm, only into the low 50s. And that's going to do it for a Tuesday high temperature before we get to Wednesday morning. And I know you see 31, 30, a lot of 31s and 30s on the board. I actually think we get down into the 20s for Wednesday morning before we rebound into the 50s for Wednesday afternoon. So 57 today, 54 tomorrow before we're back to 56 on Wednesday. A little closer to average for Thursday and Friday, but that comes at a cost. And that's going to be rainfall across central Georgia. So Thursday will be dry, but then by the time we get to Friday, a whole lot of rain moving in from the west. Friday night has the potential to be okay in terms of overcast skies, still cool and drizzly, but at least we're not looking at that steady rainfall. That will be back in the picture for Saturday here. There's Saturday afternoon on into Sunday. The GFS keeping us a little drier on Sunday than the European is, but nonetheless, that rain chance is going to be sticking around through Monday, probably Monday afternoon across central Georgia. So we do need the rainfall. It's not all bad news. Yesterday, we did pick up about 22/100ths of an inch of rain, but that's still, for the month of November, down almost 1 1/3 inches. So we do need the rainfall. The timing could be a little better, but at least it's not all bad news necessarily here in central Georgia. Thinking about putting up the lights, I would do it in the next few days because that rain is coming for the weekend. If you are planning on doing that this weekend, you are going to run into some issues, and by some, I mean a lot. 57 for today, 54 tomorrow, 26 for Wednesday morning. That is not a typo. 29 Thursday morning before rain builds in for the weekend.